I didn't even know. I love that intro. It gets me so pumped up. I'm like in the background, like feeling all gangsta and stuff.
It's
Did I
so good.
miss like the intro last week or is this the first week?
You missed it last week, clearly.
Okay, I must have jumped in after that because I was watching it. I was like, "What is this?"
It's real
Ooh,
good.
what's going on here?
I
Okay.
like it.
Oh, Lisa. I'm like, what's going on? I'm connected to Lisa's Facebook. Weird. I'm
What?
joking. Well, I mean,
Oh,
it's showing that it's streaming on your page. So, anyways, okay, you guys, it is November 18th, 2025. It is 5:36 in South Louisiana because Michaela has no perception of time and, consideration for the people around her. Just kidding.
Here I
Her
am.
computer likes to
Hello.
update at 90 update to like 5 minutes before we go live, right? Okay, everybody, I have Lisa here with AutoGate. I have Michaela here with High Point Companies. This is the Women of FWA. And this week we are going to be talking about social media marketing. And so I
Always.
have
It's really annoying. It's my life.
what? I'm going to pull her off screen for a second. Sorry, Michaela. When I see you clear in the background again, I'll add you back on, but it wasn't a flattering
still
pose
glitching.
that the internet froze on. So, I have two of the world-renowned social media marketers here with me today. Yes, I said that. But now I just have one. So Lisa, what's happening?
Hello. Oh, she's coming back.
Baby, can you hear us, Michaela? I've got a text. Nope, gone. Okay,
Uh,
Lisa, what's going on?
Not much. Just excited to talk about some social media marketing tonight. I've been getting pretty jazzed this week. I know it's just a dip in the toes in, but I got a lot to say.
Yeah. Okay. Well, last week I saw you in the comments and it was all about building your brand, sorry. Um this week we're going to build on kind of like sorry, I got distracted. I'm going to not get distracted now. Um okay. Sorry. Michaela's texting me trying to figure out what's going on cuz she just got completely like ripped out from the episode. Um
Oh,
Okay, let's start with what platforms should fence businesses or trade businesses be focusing on? Like, let's start there, right? Like, that's the big one. Where should we be? What should we be looking at? Where should we be advertising? Or at least where should we start, right?
yeah.
What you think?
I mean, obviously, your strongest points are going to be Facebook and LinkedIn. You've got community there, you've got the people that you're working with, you've got competitors, and, you can see what other people are doing. And not that we're not friends with competitors too, but, you can get kind of more of a grasp on the industry being on Facebook and LinkedIn. Um, Facebook is community. And if you're looking at residential or homeowners or gearing yourselves more that way, like your local area, surrounding areas. If you're looking at LinkedIn, it's a little bit more national and global reach. Not that Facebook can't do the same thing, but LinkedIn, you're looking at, B2B. Facebook, you've got B2B as well, but it's more B2C. If you're looking
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
to
You're using all these
the
letters. What if
area.
somebody doesn't know what those mean?
Business to business, or business to customer, or business to consumer. So business direct to customer, you're definitely looking at Facebook because you're going to have, you know, people that are not industry related finding things, especially if you're running ads or doing things like that, that's not just organic. Um, and then LinkedIn, you're going to have, like I said, a little more nationwide or global perspective on things.
There you go. So I know you're in more B2B selling, right? So for you, where did you start your AutoGate? Where did they really start? Where's their major presence at?
Our bread and butter. Hey, she's back.
There
Well,
we go.
Oh, sorry.
our bread and butter is definitely LinkedIn. If we do a lot of inter-industry posting, so we can touch on this later too. It's not always like sales, 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 push the sales.
Mhm.
It's a lot of I know our GM Brian the other day posted something about loops, loop detectors, and best practices for those, going in and out of businesses, or anywhere that you might put a loop. Just industry related topics. And that's going to go farther on LinkedIn most of the time. I will say though, and I think I said this the last time I was on, about something where Facebook has started to grow industry wise again. I've really seen a bigger push there, more so than I used to, because Facebook was like where we go to do our community, like, hey, these are our anniversaries this month, and staying involved in that closer community area. But I have really started to see industry related groups popping up, people connecting more on Facebook. I've gotten a few more Facebook messages as far as, hey, I'm interested in purchasing your product. And then, of course, I direct them, either back to the website or give us a call or
Mhm.
things like that, especially for tracking purposes. But um,
Right.
it's still primarily LinkedIn for us because we are so business to business in the way that
Right.
we market our product and the way that we are selling.
Nice. Michaela, I kind of want to shift to you because you have kind of like this whole different world from like manufacturing and distributing like Lisa does, because you really helped create like the voice and the vision of women of FWA. So you kind of helped create that brand along with High Point's personality and stuff like that. Like, what do you think the most important platform is for women of FWA and then for High Point companies?
Well, okay, so High Point, because they're very different, obviously, even though they're both like my voice and kind of how I envision it. um,
Right.
Facebook is for High Point companies. That's our business out of Northern Colorado. We do commercial chain link. So Facebook is primarily our go-to. We've kind of started into LinkedIn, but building the platform like on LinkedIn versus Facebook is so difficult. I don't know if it's just me, but like for a business standpoint, it's so hard just to like make those connections. Um, but for Women of FWA, I also think Facebook because we have our women's group as well on Facebook. I also think though, if we got our TikTok up and running, we could be really good at TikTok, Susan.
So we do have a TikTok page. I want to say Veronica created it, but somehow I became the admin of it, and I can't figure out the login or password to give it to you. So I just randomly post on it from time to time, and it's fairly successful actually when I do post on it. But yes, LinkedIn is hard. That's kind of where I got my start because I was doing business to business sales. And so like I was really digging into the search engine of LinkedIn like 6 years ago, and I would search keywords, and that's how I would connect with people. I would just constantly connect, and you're actually limited on how many people you can connect with a month. And so, like, as soon as like I'd put an alarm, okay, I've got 1 month and a month, and I'd sit there at night and just yes, connect, connect in my region, connect, connect, connect. And so that's kind of how I built my LinkedIn. My Facebook has been totally different. It's kind of been kind of like what Lisa said, like where she came off of a show and she's like, you know what, I did meet this person. I'm gonna now connect with them, and then I just kind of my personal Facebook transitioned into like my whole life, right? Like you get a little bit of everything. You get some business from me, you get some personal from me, and it just became
Yeah.
a create content creators page.
It has snowballed quickly.
Yeah, basically. So let's talk about our audience. Lisa, you kind of touched this already, and Michaela, you did as well, but why is understanding your audience and that platform so important?
I mean, in any kind of sales and marketing, it's good to understand your audience anyways, because that's how you direct the what and the content things that you're going to do. But understanding your audience, from and it's also very different if you're looking at organic versus like paid ads and things like that, because you really have to be careful with things like paid ads because you are going to be limited to, I want this geographic area with this, particular business position. So if you don't know what that is, you could be wasting a lot of money. Um, even organic posting, if you're posting to the wrong people, then your information starts being shown to a demographic of people that aren't in your market. You want to still be, getting responses from people that are in your direct audience. And then, you know, same as Google, Facebook and LinkedIn and all of these social media platforms look at who you're talking to. I know LinkedIn has that sales, it's like SSI, it's a different website, and you can see where you rank, on all of LinkedIn and then in your industry. So you really have to be careful because I know a lot of times I'll get, here's marketing industry and here's, security or fence or this industry. So, I want to see the marketing things, but I want to be marketing to a different brand. So sometimes it can be that fine line of you really got to know your audience and post accordingly.
I completely agree. I have another question for you, Lisa. Do you follow High Point companies on social media?
I know I follow Michaela.
I mean,
okay.
enough.
I
So
think so.
so I'm transitioning into post types, right? So recently, High Point companies, Michaela did this really awesome post. It looked like a child had drawn out um, a dump truck or a cement truck, and
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yes, I
Yes, I
love
was following
that
them.
post. So like what's so great about it is like, they'll take pictures of this beautiful work they're doing, the scenic background, talk about all the technical points, and then in the next post, like really connect with real human beings. And did your son actually draw that?
So my daughter did. Yeah, she's 6. And I was like, this is what I need. And she's like, okay. And they're so artistic at this age. But I found that just in the short what year I've been doing like marketing social media, um, that people love connecting with real people, like you said, Susan. They want to see the face behind the company. They want to see you out in the community. So that's why with High Point, we always go to like events and parades, and it's just so easy to post it and tag so people around you also see that post and see what you do. So she was stoked, I guess, bottom line, to do that for us.
I love it. It was
So
so great.
on those same lines, because I did comment on that, I was like, this is fantastic. But just to prove how strong, and this goes back to the personal branding from last week too, you know, obviously I'm posting on the AutoGate page and then I share from my page, or sometimes if I'm at shows, it'll be posting from my page and then it gets shared on the AutoGate page. And you can track and see how many impressions you're getting, how many people are liking things, how many people click your call to action, which is super important. And I got to tell you, I posted almost as a joke the other day because I was laughing at myself of me laying on the ground taking pictures of gates.
Hot.
Over 6,000 impressions, which for something to go viral, that may not seem like a lot, but for what I'm doing and for what AutoGate's doing, I just kept looking at that number grow and grow and grow and grow. And I'm like, this is literally a picture of me laying on the ground. Like you can see the
In
gate
a parking
and you
lot.
can barely see me in the parking lot. But I was just laughing at myself because I'm like, I look like I'm rolling around on the ground with my coffee sitting next to me taking pictures. And that post did so much better than like any other post that I've ever put on there. So, Michaela, it's like you said, people in the community, people in the industry, they love those things. They love to see the human side of the business. And those posts, you know, it may not seem like, oh, we're going to get leads from this, but I could see there were 8 or 9 people that clicked the visit my website button because it says clicked your custom button. So I know that people went to the website for AutoGate because I posted something stupid. Like it was
Seriously.
just
My Friday funnies that I used to do back in the day where people would send me gate fails from other people. Like people are like, "Oh, I wish you tell me about those Friday funnies. Are you gonna come back out with the Friday funnies?" And I'm like, I'm not as connected in that world anymore, so it's not super relevant. And then before that, I'd even bought like this tiny little uh like hand, stress ball. It was shaped like a cactus, and I was making like manufacturers take pictures with it with me of like brands that we sold. And people are like, "Hey, are you coming over with the cactus today to get that picture with me?" Like just silly little hooks like that, right? Just like people got excited about silly little tiny cactus. Like, why?
that's great.
Okay, Michaela, I know you have an opinion on this, and Lisa, I know you have an opinion on this, and I know I have an opinion on this. How often should you be posting?
Oh, geez. I like quality over quantity. I think as long as you're consistently posting, whether that's once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week would be pushing it for me. But if that works for you, you do that. But I think the quality speaks volumes over the quantity. I don't want to be scrolling my Facebook page, right? And seeing, oh, this fence, company, oh, but here's another one from 2 days ago. Here's another one from literally a minute ago. Like it gets old. So I would say twice a week is good.
On every single platform, the exact same thing?
No, not the same thing. You want to switch it up. Your analytics and the algorithm will be better if you switch it up. You'll actually get flagged too. Fun fact: if you are just cross posting and sharing the exact same picture, the exact same caption, the exact same hashtags, especially within Meta, you will get flagged and posts can even get taken down. So you have to switch it up.
Yeah. I don't disagree with the quality over quantity. There are times where I do post the same thing on multiple platforms, but I either oh, I don't need that pop up. I either am, waiting a day, like I'll post on one platform and then do it the next day. Sometimes I need to get something up and I will post it at the same time. But generally speaking, I'm not direct copying from one to the other. There's it goes back to your audience too. It's a different audience. So the way that you phrase something on one platform might not be the way that you phrase it on a different platform, and it shouldn't be straight copied anyway. But do, at least if you are going to take a post and post it, on multiple platforms, at least switch up the caption with it.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of go a little bit further down since we got a little bit behind today. And you have mentioned a couple of times the call to action, right? Like we all know that means like to make somebody do something, right? But like, how do you make that happen in a social media post, especially just like a still photo? Anybody, Bueller.
It can be tricky, it's social media. That's not a lot of times that people are actually going to follow through with that call to action. It needs to be a strong call to action. Now, what that looks like is up for debate. You can't just say, buy my stuff, here's my phone number. That's not gonna work, like, ever. You can say comment on the post or something that is attention grabbing. And I'm guilty of it too. I'll slap it on there like, do you want to learn more? Here's our email. Occasionally you're going to grab somebody with that, but there are other ways to go about it. I'm not thinking of any specifics off the top of my head that have done well recently, but Michaela, have you
I mean, just from Women of FWA alone, we find that it has to be engaging what we're posting. So whether that's a poll or an idea or input or question, a little comment your favorite emoji type of thing, we get more luck when it is engaging. And that's always hard though, because sometimes we'll be looking through things like in a meeting and we're like, why is we only got 2 likes on this? Like, what is going on? Well, if you look back to like our previous post that was fun and interactive, like that did way better. But it's hard, it's tricky. I mean, that's one of the downfalls to social media is people always think, oh, social media, like it's a cake, it's a breeze. And it's not, because there is so many other things that go into it. That's so infuriating. But when it works and it's great.
No, I love that. I completely agree. I think social media is powerful. I think it's important for businesses, especially ones who don't want to, I don't want to say pay for advertising because it does take work. It takes time. It takes creativity. It takes thought. But I think it's the easiest, cheapest way to start is just social media marketing. Like anybody can do it. You have tools at your fingertips like ChatGPT until people figure out you're chatting all your social medias, and they will figure it out, I promise you. It's a matter
for
of
the
time.
love, take out the M dash. At the very least, take out the M dash, and Meta will murder you if you straight copy from ChatGPT. You have to change it. I see so many times, and it was really bad, like around Halloween, and I use it too. I absolutely use ChatGPT. It makes my life so much easier. I probably use it a little bit differently. Everybody uses it differently, but I saw like at Halloween and for Veterans Day, so many posts that were cookie cutter. You have to change it and at least make it in somewhat of your own voice. You can tell. When I saw it was like 2 or 3 posts in a row, back to back, that was like almost identical. They were worded slightly different. I was like, no, don't do that.
Yes, agreed. Okay, so we're going to wrap up this kind of social media marketing. Obviously, we could talk about this for days, months, years, a lifetime. Everybody does it differently, but the reality is start today, start now. It can only help your business. It can't hurt it. And if you have to chat everything in the beginning, then chat GPT it. Like it's a tool until you figure out your way, right? Anything else y'all want to add to that?
I mean,
And if you fall off,
go ahead. You go. Go ahead.
if you fall off, because I do this too, where
Mm.
I'll be really good at posting for like a month. I'll be in trade show mode. There's, photos and conversations and commenting on other people's things and sharing other people's things. And then I hit a spot where I'm like, man, I really need to focus on this task. And then a week goes by and I'm like, man, I like haven't done anything on social media this week. Don't let that snowball. Throw something up there. I mean, easier said than done, but find something quick that you can put up that's industry related and that's, again, quality over quantity, but just if you fall off, get back on.
Caleb?
I don't even know what I was gonna say, but that was
I'm
really-
sorry.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, so I want to go over just two big announcements before we close out today. We have demo days coming up March 26th and 27th in Astatula, Florida. It's right there by Orlando. Don't miss it. You can get your tickets at finshow.com or email me, susan@finshow.com, should you want to participate in demo days. Hands-on, family fun. It's going to be a blast. I want to remind y'all this is being brought to you by the same people who brought you the Finch Show. So it's going to be fun and entertaining and amazing. And then we have the Women of FWA's Leadership Retreat coming up June 11th through 14th in Branson, Missouri. We will have everything up on finchshow.com very soon, so you can reserve your space. And we really hope to see you there. And it's going to be a really great networking, connecting, team building, um, connection, education event. So we want to see you there. I want to thank both of you guys for coming today and hanging out with me and hanging out with all of our viewers. And yes, I'm about to come, kid. And is there anything y'all would like to say before we close out?
Just thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you keep your eye out for our retreat kind of grand, coming out there. It's going to be really exciting and fun. And when it comes to social media, it is easy once you get the hang of it. Even if it's just a website, throw up a website. If you don't have a website, like, I'm not buying your product, in my opinion, and that goes across the board.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
So something as simple as that, and then you'll get the hang of it. You'll find your voice. So you can do it. I believe in you.
Awesome. Bye, y'all. Have a great night.
Thanks for having me, ladies.